I'm fresh out the shower. Sangria is all packed up, all ready to go. I'm coming from Maryland, and we're gonna start the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia at the starting point. I think it's in Waynesboro, Virginia is the starting point. And then we're gonna work our way down the Blue Ridge Parkway. Now, I know I'm not gonna get all 469 or whatever miles done on the Blue Ridge Parkway because, again, limited for time. But my plan is to at least make it to Roanoke, Virginia, driving that Blue Ridge Parkway. Welcome to Dee's Roads. I'm Dee. I've been car camping in my Hyundai Santa Fe on a part-time basis since September 2021, adventuring and exploring mostly in the East Coast of the US for now. I began car camping as a budget-friendly way to reconnect with nature and escape the daily rat race. Here's Sky. She joins me from time to time. If you're interested in watching solo car camping adventures and occasional tips, this is the place for you. Subscribe and join the ride. I stopped at that Virginia Welcome Center to see if they had maps of the Blue Ridge Parkway and just any pamphlets on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Even though I have the Blue Ridge Parkway app, and then I also downloaded the offline map. So if you get the Blue Ridge Parkway app, you can download the offline map for $1.99. So I went ahead and I did that too, just in case. But I still wanted to get pamphlets. It's always nice to have like something printed that you can put your hands on. And so when I walked in, the lady asked me, what are you looking for today? And I was like, Blue Ridge Parkway pamphlets. And she was like, oh, now, because it's 3:55 right now. So she was like, it gets dark at what, 6:15, 6:30? She's like, you be careful out there. And I'm thinking, lady, if you only knew. She was just being nice, but yeah, I know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get on the Blue Ridge Parkway. The GPS says I'll start on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I'll get there at about 5:28 p.m. So that means I have about an hour before the sun starts to go down, the sun sets. So I know I won't get much footage of it and get to do many things on it today, but that's okay because like I said, my plan is to try to get as far south as Roanoke, Virginia, and then I'll find a spot to sleep there tonight. And then I'm gonna turn right back around. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn right back around and I'm gonna catch all the good footage of the Blue Ridge Parkway daylight Sunday morning because I'm gonna wake up at the butt crack of dawn. So yeah, right now I am in, I don't know, I just crossed over into Virginia. So it's that part of Maryland where you go west and then you hit West Virginia for just a few short miles and then you're right in Virginia. So that's where I'm at right now. Looks like I have 109 more miles before I hit the start of the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is it's either Waynesboro or Front Royal, Virginia. I always want to say Royale. I don't know. I know it's Royal, but I always want to say Royale. Anyway, so that's what we're doing right now. Slight change of plans. I just saw the Skyline Drive exit to the Shenandoah National Park, and I know that if I take Skyline Drive all the way through Shenandoah National Park, that will bring me to the entrance of the Blue Ridge Parkway. So I'm filming this on October 25th. We're still in the midst of the US government shutdown, so it'll be interesting to see how that impacts the Shenandoah National Park. Now, I've never been here before. I've been close to it and around it, but I've never actually been inside the park. So we'll see.
Arrive at Shenandoah National Park.
Hello.
During the shutdown, you can head on in tonight.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so there was a park ranger there at the gates, and normally it's $30 for a private vehicle to enter the Shenandoah National Park on Skyline Drive or whatever. but because of the shutdown, she said that they cannot accept a fee. So that saves me $30. However, that means that's $30 for all these people using this and coming to this national park during the shutdown. That's $30 per vehicle that is not being collected to basically keep this park in good shape and running. So kind of sucks. And then I also kind of feel a little bit bad that that lady has to work, but she's obviously not getting paid right now. So hopefully she's one of the people that once the U.S. government does reopen, that actually gets her back pay. Because that sucks, you know, to have to be at work and know you're not getting paid. It's pretty ridiculous. It's ridiculous that a bunch of grown-ups that were elected to serve the people of the United States can't get it together, can't get past their little interests in order to make sure that the people of the United States are taken care of. Pisses me off. So far, very beautiful. Seeing a lot of fall leaf colors, all the fall leaves. My favorite is when I see the red. That's my favorite, those red colored fall leaves. There's some over on the left there. But yeah, so gonna take this to drive. Probably stop at some scenic overlooks. I've never been on Skyline Drive, period, especially not in October, but I think people are definitely taking advantage of the shutdown where it's free to enter. And people are also doing things like parking where they shouldn't, parking in the grass where they shouldn't. I just passed an area where there were signs up that literally said no parking, and there was signs all over the place, and right in the middle of two signs, like right in between two signs, there was a truck parked there, and they were like kind of hanging out at the truck. Come on, people, like, do better. Do better. It is 5:07 p.m. on a Saturday, and look at this. This is one of the overlooks. Just packed. I don't know, man. If I would have known if I would have known it was going to be this packed, I don't know if I would have came up here. Stunning views though. Of course the camera doesn't do justice of what I'm seeing, but some really beautiful views. I'm trying to get as many as I can before the sun goes down, because it is currently 5:08. So hopefully we'll get to see a good amount of views before the sun goes down. But the good news is that we should be able to catch a really beautiful sunset all the way up here. Actually, scratch that because the sun isn't out. So, oh well, still very beautiful views. Very scenic drive. Loving it so far, besides kind of how crowded it is at the overlooks. So if you've been on the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia at about 5 o'clock at night in October, close to November, is it this busy? Did you experience it being this busy? Or is this because the entrance is free right now because of the U.S. government shutdown? When I heard that a lot of national parks were going to remain open during the government shutdown, I thought, well, yeah, they should be open because these are our public lands, right? But now I'm seeing all this, and like, I'm only a few miles in on the Skyline Drive in Shenandoah National Park, and it's like all these people parking over here in the grass, and I just went past another overlook where people were completely crowded all over the grassy parts. It's like, okay, so I don't know. I'm kind of changing my mind because it's ruining, like, and that's only, you know, just cars parked in areas where they shouldn't be. Like, it's just ruining the, you know, the natural areas, which is a shame. This must be a popular overlook out here. I'm not gonna go and see what's going on or check it out because it's way too crowded. It's way too many people, and people are parking all along the sides of the road, even though they're not supposed to. And apparently this must be the only tree in the world that has fall leaves on it, because everybody and their mom is over here taking pictures of this tree. And they're causing all this traffic. So this is what happens, I guess, when there's not enough rangers. Nice. When there's not enough rangers. And of course, grown-ups can't follow rules. Okay. Can't follow common sense rules. Okay, so this guy is just gonna get the perfect picture here while everybody waits for him to get out of the road. I'm being cranky right now because it's irritating me how people are just, oh my gosh, I sound like such a nerdy, like, cranky geek right now, but it's like, they're just ruining it. I'm selfishly hoping that as we go further into Shenandoah National Park, further down Skyline Drive, further south, that there's not going to be as many people, especially since it's starting to get dark. Yeah. We're coming up on another overlook. This is called Indian Run Overlook, and the elevation is 2,400 feet. And since we have a stoppage up here, I'm just gonna take this opportunity to film outside. And you know what? Maybe I was being too judgy. Maybe people don't know that, like, in these national parks or state parks, maybe people don't realize that you're not supposed to be parking off the side of the road in the grassy areas that are not designated for parking. So let me stop being judgy and let me just think that maybe people just don't realize that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. It is 6:53. I'm still on Skyline Drive in Shenandoah National Park. I have about 34 miles until I get to the beginning of the Blue Ridge Parkway that starts in Waynesboro, Virginia, where this Skyline Drive actually ends. The speed limit on Skyline Drive is 35 miles per hour. So that means as long as I'm doing the speed limit, it's going to take me an hour to get there. It is 6:53 p.m. and the sun just went down. So of course we won't get to see any of the Blue Ridge Parkway tonight. But tomorrow morning, we'll wake up early and start our way back up north. What's going on up here? Come on, guys. It's just the overlook. Keep going. Go. Either pull over or go. Pull over or go. Sheesh. Okay, so yeah, we won't get to see any of the Blue Ridge Parkway tonight, but I'm still planning to get to Roanoke. Okay, so I'm leaving this Walmart that's pretty close to Roanoke, Virginia. And let me tell you something. When I came up this entrance to the Walmart, because I'm not sleeping here, I'm gonna actually go to Cracker Barrel because just Cracker Barrel always seems to be a little bit more quiet. But look at this. Look at this. This is the entrance and the exit to this Walmart. How creepy is this? Pitch black up here. No lights. When I first turned in to come here, I was like, where is my GPS taking me? If they're open early enough, I'm going to on that Country Barrel store, see what the Crackers and Barrels is all about. I don't want to park over here near this hotel, so I'm gonna go around one more time and just see where I feel comfortable parking. My goodness. I don't like being right up on people. I really don't want to park by that bright light, but there's dumpsters right there. Let's see. I'm just gonna park over here. Or I needed a comforter or a thicker blanket because what I brought with me is probably not going to suffice for temperatures in the mid to lower 40s. So I'm looking all around Walmart for a blanket that's not going to break the bank. Like, I wasn't expecting to get a decent blanket for like $35, $40 at the Walmart. So I was like, screw this. And I went to the kids section. Kids section had a clearance. Y'all won't believe what I found for $7. Y'all remember Garfield? Yeah. It's a 2-piece comforter set, twin full, has one pillowcase and a reversible comforter for $7 on clearance. So I don't care how corny it is. $7 and it's Garfield? What? Yeah, so that happened. I'm about to lay it down for the night. And I'll see you in the morning. What in the world? Did you hear that noise? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did y'all hear that noise? What is that? Well, good morning. It's a little bit after 7 o'clock. I had my alarm clock set for 6 o'clock in the morning because I wanted to be out of here by the time Cracker Barrel opened at 7 o'clock. But I woke up to my 6 o'clock alarm and I was like, oh, I'm awake. Turn the alarm off. I fell back asleep. So, like I said, it's a little bit after 7 o'clock. That means Cracker Barrel is open. It's still kind of, I don't even think the sun has come out all the way, or it's going to be a cloudy day. But I'm going to get myself dressed and then get out of here, and I'll make my coffee and my breakfast somewhere else. Peace out, Cracker Barrel. Well, there's quite a people still here, so I don't feel too bad, but generally I like to try to be out before their customers start getting here. A little change of plans. I'm not going to make my own coffee this morning. I forgot, when I was looking at places in Roanoke, Virginia, I found a cute coffee spot called One Love Coffee. So we're headed there right now. It's 7:50. They open at 8. So only have a few minutes to wait until they open. But as it happens, it only ended up being a little bit under 3 miles from the Cracker Barrel. So yay, that worked out. It's funny, I didn't do my usual planning of picking at least, or like scouting out at least 3 different spots to sleep. But you know what I did scout out? Coffee. Coffee, that's what I scouted out.
Arrive at One Love Coffee House. Arrive.
I was wrong. They don't open up at 8. They open up at 9. I'm not going to wait here, obviously, for a whole hour for coffee. Although I really want to, but I'm not. So we'll just see if on the way to the Blue Ridge Parkway, there's a place where I can just stop over and make some coffee. I'm not going to do it right here. So that'll do it for this video. I will see everybody on the next one, where we explore a little bit more of Roanoke, Virginia, and the Blue Ridge Parkway from Roanoke, Virginia, all the way up to Waynesboro, Virginia, or Front Royal, or as I like to say, Front Royale, Virginia. All right, see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Happy car camping and safe travels.